Take me down the highway. Take me down the way you came. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Thursday show. My name is Chris Wilson, looking at you at a different camera, looking at you through a different camera, because our main camera died about 30 seconds ago.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we can bring it back, but we're going to have a little bit of a different look tonight. With me, as always, is my charming and delightful wife, Carrie.
Hello.
And back in the control room for the evening is Colby Taylor.
Hello, everybody.
I promised that I would sing this song. We're going to move on to a different thing. Tonight is going to be there's a theme to tonight. But I'm going to sing this song because I promised to sing it last week. Because I was talking about this guitar, and I talked about how this guitar is very similar to the one that Merle Haggard had. At least the first song that I ever saw him on, I saw like a video on YouTube of him playing this next song with a guitar that looked an awful lot like this. So, I mean, other people probably don't care about this stuff, but, you know, this is how I spend my time. The first thing I remember knowing was a lonesome whistle blowing and a youngin's dream of growing up to ride on a freight train leaving town, not knowing where I'm bound. No one could change my mind, but Mama tried. The one and only rebel child from a family meek and mild, my mama seemed to know what lay in store. Despite all my Sunday learning, toward the bad I kept on turning, till mama couldn't hold me anymore. And I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right. Mama tried, mama tried, mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause mama tried. Dear old daddy, rest his soul, left my mom a heavy load. She tried so very hard to fill his shoes, working hours without rest, wanting me to have the best. She tried to raise me right, but I refused. And I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right. Mama tried, mama tried, mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause mama tried. And I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, 'cause mama tried, mama tried, mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause mama tried. Leaving only me to blame, 'cause mama tried. Little Merle. What? Really? I've heard that was one of the first songs I heard Colby playing when he was sort of noodling around with the guitar. He was throwing a little Merle Haggard down. In fact, I can't remember which came first on that one. If you had started playing it, it reminded me about that song, or...
Yeah, you said you were going to steal it.
Yes, okay, so it was you. I mean, you don't own Mama Tried. I just realized that my sign that I have up for Songs of Faith night, I left that up here for tonight. Little
Yeah.
little Joshua,
Yeah.
little scripture for those of you in need.
Nothing wrong with that on a Thursday
A
night.
little, just little
Sneak in.
Jesus. He finds his way.
Yeah.
Just. So, taking requests for tonight. So a lot of requests came in, but we got a particular list from our good friend Randy.
Uh-huh.
So we've decided to have tonight's theme be Randy,
Yeah.
because
like-
he made a list of really good requests.
They were good. It was through
Diverse.
email. There was a bunch of them, and they were all ones that you know and love. And
We
it
just said,
kinda
you know
worked.
what? Tonight's Randy's night.
Yeah. So
Tonight, this night,
what's the date? February 10th. So maybe next year, February 10th. Maybe that's Randy's
Randy's
night.
Randy's night,
Randy's day.
the celebration of Randy.
Ceremonial, centennial.
We could give him a key to the barn.
It was an excellent list. So it was good.
What is this noise I keep hearing?
The shower. Yeah. We just got our hot water back.
Yes.
So we're all just, showering.
We're just like,
Yeah, that's what it is.
the shower doesn't usually sound like that.
Well, it's,
So she's really enjoying it.
She's-
She's
yeah.
up there and she's just,
yep.
okay. Anyway, Randy, this one's for you. They're all for you. Randy better be watching. That's all I'm saying. This happened with Randy once before.
What? No.
No, I thought, but there was a concern.
Well, there's two Randys, though. I think this is a different Randy. I think this is a different Randy than the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Isn't that the one that we were?
Oh, I thought that was. I got confused about our Randys.
I think it's a different. I guess I could be wrong, but I think it's a different.
Do we have more than one Randy?
We have at least two. I think.
But I feel like I need to know which one I'm singing to.
I don't like to say last names over.
But what if one Randy's out there and he's like,
This is Randy F.
these are all for me, and Randy.
But that Randy would know that
Randy
he did not,
H.
But Randy H would know that he didn't email us a list of songs.
That's true.
So I feel like
I know. You know what we could say on this day every year?
Huh.
I'm feeling a little Randy. Like it could be a thing. I think it's a thing.
well,
I've decided
we'll
it's a
see if
thing.
it takes.
Okay. Celebration of Randy, Part 1. Let's see here. Maybe I'll play. Yeah, I'll do it this way. On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rains. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz and a sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. Felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name. 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. Oh. After 2 days in the desert sun, the skin began to turn red. After 3 days in the desert fun, I was looking at a riverbed, and the story it told of a river that flowed made me glad to think it was dead. You see, you've been through the desert on a horse with no name. Felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. Oh. After 9 days, I let the horse run free, 'cause the desert had turned to sea. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rings. The ocean is a desert with its life underground, and the perfect disguise above. Under the city lies a heart made of ground. The humans will give no love. You see, you've been through the desert on a horse with no name. Felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. Oh. It is strange not looking at that camera.
I know.
Hi. I could just do little, I like doing stuff like that. Randy's night.
Yes.
Randy, Randy. It's a Randy party. Randy. Come up with something. Glenn Peck, if you're watching, give us a name for Randy's night.
Yeah.
I know he's got something.
Yeah. Heather's good too. Heather usually comes.
Yes,
up with
Heather's good too.
Not sure. I'm not actually. I don't know if Heather's on.
Now, if you've requested songs and I haven't always been able to play them, my apologies that we are taking Randy so seriously tonight. To you, I'm not apologizing because it's a special thing for Randy, but for you, you might feel that you've been left out. But that's not the case. It's just Randy overwhelmed us with his list of requests tonight.
Usually, like a lot of times, people will send in a list, and there's usually like a few songs in there that I know, we know that you would play, and a few that you either don't know or but you haven't played in a while.
And
this
then-
one was just like each one was like
Out of the blue, just
Yeah.
I'm just running
was
for
banger
the
after
goal, and
banger.
out of the blue, just tackled by Randy. That's what happened.
So somebody has a cool idea, which is that for a certain donation amount, they get to have the night is theirs. The playlist is theirs.
I like that.
We could call it the Randy.
Right.
How much should Randy be?
I don't.
We have a lot of work to do, a lot of things that need repair. Let the audience decide. Oh, we call it pulling a Randy. No, that sounds weird. That sounds weird. But like when you say like,
Yeah, that could work.
but that's always sort of a negative connotation, isn't it? Like
Well, it
when
wouldn't
it's like,
be in
I
this
pulled a
case.
Wilson.
In this
It's
case,
like,
it would
ugh.
be a positive.
You just got to change the inflection. Pulling a Randy.
Yeah, like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I like this. I think that I hope.
I think it's kind of an interesting idea, so we'll discuss.
We'll visit it.
Yeah.
You could choose the whole night.
Right. That'll be fun.
Okay. I know that you sort of yelled at me before when I suggested that your desktop needed a little positioning so that I could actually see what you write to me. And so I don't want to say that, so I'm just going to be a little passive aggressive now. So that
All right, how
there
about
she
that?
is.
How about that?
Okay.
There is one song on this list that is not a Randy request, and that was one from a couple weeks ago that you promised you would sing. So
Well, I'm going to continue with Randy. I like having like having a theme. I like having something to grab onto. Tonight we're just grabbing onto Randy. I hear the drizzle of the rain like a memory it falls, soft and warm, continuing, tapping on my roof and walls. From the shelter of my mind to the window of my eyes, I gaze beyond the rain-drenched streets to England, where my heart lies. Mind's distracted and diffused. My thoughts are many miles away. They lie with you when you're asleep, kiss you when you start your day. And a song I was writing is left undone. I don't know why I spend my time writing songs I can't believe, with words that tear and strain to rhyme. So you see that I have come to doubt all that I once held as true. I stand alone without beliefs. The only truth I know is you. And as I watch the drops of rain weave their weary paths and I know that I am like the rain, there but for the grace of you go I. Kathy's song by Paul Simon.
That's one of my favorites, I think, of his.
It's you know, it's a song about, I'm going to tell some of these actually Simon and Garfunkel stories that I know because my friend Brian Ayers and I have we've had our first rehearsal for a Simon and Garfunkel tribute that we are going to do here at the barn. It's going to be 3 nights only.
Yes.
A Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm not sure exactly which. Yeah. And we are going to do a Simon and Garfunkel tribute review. And it was great because it was the first time that we got together and we went through 16 songs in 2 hours.
I was upstairs and I could hear, because you guys you've never really played any of these songs together.
We've never done them together ever.
Yeah. And it was like, I mean, it was so good. It sounded so good.
It was so much fun because we got done singing the songs and we're like, I feel like we could have played this show later on tonight.
I know. That's what it sounded like to me, too.
It was just, I think those songs, you know, something about those songs, you know, I mean, for me, that's what I grew up playing. Like as a kid, I picked up a guitar and I played Simon and Garfunkel songs. And I sang in duos all throughout my, you know, adolescence, singing and covering those songs. So all the guitar parts, all of the stuff, I just knew. It's like, it's part of my DNA. So just sitting there and just going through these, but hearing both voices was really, it brought back a lot of wonderful, wonderful memories. So when we put that show up, make sure you get your tickets for that because it's going to be very, very special. That music, their music, those songs are so special.
Yeah.
So excited. And that song will be featured, that last one. All right, so sometimes I noodle. You know what happened is I saw you weren't paying attention. You were looking at other stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to test him. F. This is fun.
Do I go now?
No. You have to be able to read you have to pick up on just the subtlest cues, you know? And that's the standard. Okay? That's the bar.
I'm sorry, Carrie. What'd you say? I had you muted?
That's okay. See, I don't like not being in control of that. I was going to say you have to be married to him for 20 plus years in order to be able to get the reverb right.
And even then. We've had some missteps, haven't we?
That's true. That is true.
You know what'd be fun is to have somebody who just followed you around all the time, who could sort of sense when you were about to say something dramatic and could hit a button and you would have reverb.
That would be fun. Maybe.
That job is available if anybody would like to. Okay. I'm ready now, Colby. All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here beside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye, but the dawn is breaking, it's early morn. The taxi's waiting, he's blown his horn. Already I'm so lonesome I could die. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you wait for me. Hold me like you never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go. So many times I've let you down. So many times I've played around. I tell you now, they don't mean a thing. Every place I go, I'll think of you. Every song I sing, I'll sing for you. When I come back, I'll bring your wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go. Now the time has come to leave you. One last time, let me kiss you. Close your eyes and I'll be on my way. And think about the days to come when I won't have to leave alone. About the time when I won't have to say, kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go. I hate to leave you now. We got our camera back for the time being.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hopefully it stays back.
Okay, Randy. There's no excuse for me, really, in the end. Hope Randy appreciates this.
You know?
Right now, there's somebody like sitting at home going, you know what? I have been requesting songs for 6 months. He hasn't played one of them. You know what, Bill? I've had it. We're going to stop watching. That's it. I've had enough.
Everyone seems to like Randy's list.
Yeah. I mean, it's, yeah.
Randy.
So they're asking about dates for the Simon and Garfunkel night. There are no dates yet, but it's going to be what, like spring?
Yeah, in the
Summer.
spring. Yes. So, so just to clear up some confusion here too. So I posted on Facebook, a lot of you guys who watch the show regularly know, that we sort of got this house next door. But we got the house not to live in. We just bought it because we felt we were being led to do that. Now, some people might be going, that seems a little weird. But the truth was, it was like, we knew that this property had to come back together, and we knew that, because it was originally all one property, and we knew that if we ever wanted to expand here, even though we really didn't have the resources to do that now,
Yeah.
this was our moment. And we had to jump on. So we just threw everything we had. We put all the chips on the table and went, and bought it. But it wasn't our intention to move in there and live there. It was to be part of whatever we're growing into here. Is that accurate? Did I say that correctly?
Yes.
So everybody's like, "Oh, congratulations on your new house," and so yes, we're not. We really want this to be a space that you sort of tell us what it's going to be. We want it to be something that is, we want this whole property to be something that is uplifting in a time of great distress,
Yeah.
and we want it to be. So there's a lot of ideas that are being thrown around here. We want it to be something that celebrates our faith as well as music, and our nonprofit One Hallelujah, which is about education, and it's about music for healing, and it's about all different kinds of arts and performances, and that's what we're covered by in our nonprofit. And we thought, well, let's just sort of unite this property and extract the best from the whole space.
Yeah.
And so that's sort of what we're looking to do. So the plan is to try to get this in motion. We just put everything we had into it. So we're over there every day and figuring stuff out. And I'm still trying to figure out what this place is all about.
We have so many ideas, and
Yeah.
there's no shortage of that. But
So we're just praying really hard to be able to do the right thing, and something that, is obviously going to be able to be something that you all like, so that you will support it. I mean, that's really what it's all boils down to. So,
Make it a place for Randy to enjoy.
why not?
exactly. On Randy's night, he could come and he could stay. I was thinking too during one of the songs was that, like there's a lot of like I know we got a lot of gyms. There's a lot of gyms in the audience.
Yeah, I think so.
So we have Jim's night.
Jim's night.
And
Your name is Jim.
so if it's generally Jim, and then that wouldn't work either, because I was thinking that you could have this be like Jim's night, and then whatever you come up with that donation, then each Jim donates and they think it's for him, but that wouldn't work because they are requesting the song. So, and see what happens as I was trying to be.
We'll brainstorm later. We'll figure it out. Somebody's suggesting a B&B, which is one of the ideas.
That's on the list, and that's what it was previously, and
has
it's
been that,
yeah.
Yeah.
Down the road. We want it to be something that's sort of fresh and new too, as well. I mean, this building, if you're from this area locally, if you're familiar, you've driven by this, everybody has a story about it. Everybody knows about it. It's a landmark for people. It's a, especially like in Brockport, it is, I think, one of the, more famous landmarks in terms of everybody knows where it is,
Yeah, you sort of notice it when you drive by. Yeah.
And, which is fun.
Yeah.
And it's sort of a fun house. I mean, it's this crazy old Victorian house with these massive ceilings and moldings and, a lot of interest. It's a really cool space.
Yeah.
But it needs a lot of love. It needs a lot of work to make it something that is worthy of your attention. So that's our plan, is to sort of get it there
Yeah.
through the spring. Okay. Took my love and I took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around. Then I saw my reflection in a snow-covered hill. The landslide brought it down. The mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I hand over seasons of my life? Will I have been afraid of changing? 'Cause I built my life around you. Time makes you bolder. Children get older. I'm getting older too. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. Time makes you bolder. Children get older. I'm getting older too. I'm getting older too. So take this love and take it down. If you climb a mountain, you turn around. If you see my reflection in a snow-covered hill, the landslide will bring it down. The landslide. And if you see my reflection in a snow-covered hill, well, maybe the landslide will bring it down. The landslide will bring it down. When's the last time you heard me do that one?
I feel like it was the promenade.
It's like a million
Probably
years ago.
wasn't, but that's right where it brings me back to.
That was one of the special tunes out there that people would request all the time, because that was right when it was sort of had that resurgence. We started playing that song because obviously that's an old Fleetwood Mac song. We started playing that song in high school because Smashing Pumpkins did a version of it, and we loved that band in high school.
Yeah, I remember.
And so we started doing it. But then it had several moments of resurgence through the years.
Yeah.
I think the Dixie Chicks did a version of it that was
yeah.
very popular. And then Fleetwood Mac, when they reunited and they put out that live album, it was really popular again. So it's one of those songs like Hallelujah. It just sort of keeps coming back into popularity in seasons. I don't think I can do... Yes, thank you. All right. So you got to be with me on the lyric. Yeah.
That's what you're gonna do.
Yeah. Let me play this one. Childhood living is easy to do. The things you wanted, I bought them for you. Graceless lady, you know who I am. You know I can't let you slide through my hands. And wild roses couldn't drag me away. And wild roses couldn't drag me away. I watched you suffer, so aching pain. Now you've decided to show me the same. No sweeping exam, off stage lines can make me feel better or treat you unkind. Couldn't drag me away. Wild roses couldn't drag me away. I know I dreamed you a sin and a lie. I have my freedom, but I don't have much time. faith has been broken. Tears must be cried. Let's do some living before we die. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses couldn't drag me away. And wild horses couldn't drag me away. Have I ever done? I don't think I've ever done that one.
I was just gonna say I don't know if I've ever heard you do that one.
I mean, I've done it before, but not for the show. But Randy comes out of
I mean,
nowhere
he really just yeah.
with his wild horses and his,
know.
Kathy's song, and I'm like, yes, yes. So if you would like to support what we're doing, we would be so grateful for that. We have done something that is really ambitious here, but we really feel called and led to do it. And we are pledging to put our whole selves into creating something really, really special here, both from the video side of things and what we can actually do on this property, and how those two things blend. And if you would like to support that, or this just overall mission, or just the show, or whatever, we would be so intensely grateful for it, and have been. Ever since the pandemic started and we started doing this show, you've supported us, and you've allowed this thing to not just survive, but get better. And I think it has. And I think we're starting to put together a team that I'm so excited about and proud to be a part of. And I think we have an opportunity here to put something out into the world that's that's good and decent and full of love. And so if that's something you'd like to get behind, we'd love it. And you can do that by going to www.chriswilson.us and making a donation. And you can make that donation in any amount you like. You can make it a recurring donation if that's something you feel like you'd like to do. And again, it's going right to my website, www.chriswilson.us, and there's a button on there for donating. You hit that button and it takes you to PayPal. It's all very safe and very secure, and would help you to support this. So thank you in advance. All right. I'm going to do American Pie.
Yes.
I've been promising it for a while. I'm hoping to get all the words right. I'm going to do the very best I can. And I'm excited. Are we all ready?
Yeah, hold on one second.
A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. bad news on the doorstep. I couldn't take one more step, and I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride. Then something touched me deep inside the day the music died. So bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, saying this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die. Of love, and you have faith in God above, if the Bible tells you so. Now do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes, and I dig those rhythm blues. I was a lonely teenage bronco mug with a pink carnation and a pickup truck, but I was happy the day the music died. I started singing bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, singing this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die. Now for 10 years we've been on our own. Moss grows fat on a rolling stone. That's not how it used to be. 'Cause when the jester sang for the king and queen in a coat he borrowed from James Dean, and a voice that came from him and me. Oh, but while the king was looking down, the jester stole his thorny crown. The courtroom was adjourned. In the park, we sang dirges in the dark. The day the music died, we started singing bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, singing this will be the day that I die. The day that I die. Oh, helter-skelter in a summer swelter, birds flew off from a fallout shelter, 8 miles high, falling fast. Foul on the glass, the players tried for the forward pass, with the jester on the sidelines in a cast. Halftime air was sweet perfume while the sergeants played a marching tune. We all got up to dance, never got a chance. As the players tried to take the field, the marching band refused to yield. Do you recall what was revealed the day the music died? American Pie. Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, singing this will be the day that that I die. This will be the day that I die. Oh, there we were all in one place, a generation lost in space, with no time left to start again. So come on, Jack, remember, Jack, be quick. Jack fast sat on a candlestick, 'cause fire is the devil's own friend. Oh, and as I watched him on the stage, my hands were clenched in fists of rage. No angel born in hell make that Satan spare. As the flames climbed high into the night to light the sacrificial rite, I saw Satan laughing with delight. The day the music died, we were singing bye bye Miss American Pie. We Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys drinking whiskey and rye, singing this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die. Met a girl who sang the blues, and I asked her for some happy news, but she just smiled and turned away. As I went down to the sacred store, where I'd heard the music years before, but the man there said the music, it wouldn't play. And in the streets the children screamed, the lovers cried and the poets dreamed, but not a word was spoken. The church bells all were broken. And the three men I admire most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, well, they all caught the last plane for the coast. The day the music died, and they were singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die.
Nicely done.
That is a long song. I think that was all right. I think there was a little
great.
couple little word fumbles in there, but it was pretty much there.
That was great.
I played that song one night standing on a cliffside in Croatia at a place called the Grand Villa Argentina. I've told this story before, where I was playing in this nightclub and there was this huge event going on with lights and lasers and stuff just down from where I was. So everybody was there. It was a huge tennis tournament in Croatia with Goran Ivanisevic and John McEnroe. And it was a huge charity tennis tournament that was taking place right in the beginning, in the middle of the city. And I was like, just playing to nobody for the entire evening. So I was just going through songs and I was playing whatever. And so I'm playing something and I was actually playing really well, even though I was playing, to nobody. And all of a sudden I just look up and John McEnroe walked into this cliffside club that I was in. And I was just like, it was a very surreal moment, especially because I knew that this humongous event that was taking place was in his honor.
Right.
And he just decided to go for a walk. And he told me, he's like, He goes, I stepped out of the thing and I heard this music. And he goes, and I just followed it. And he said, it led me to you. So he just sat down. Then his wife, Patty Smythe, came in. She's a famous singer, came in, and they just sat down. They ordered dinner and just listened to me play all night. And he requested American Pie, and I sang it. And he was like, he just went nuts. He thought it was like the coolest thing. I ended up lending him my guitar for the weekend, and at some point we ended up on a mountaintop together, sightseeing, which was also bizarre. I have a very just random picture of me and his wife standing on a mountaintop in Croatia. So I've got stories.
Yep.
Well, I think that was, thanks for watching tonight. Randy, I hope we did your request list justice.
We did miss one, though.
Well, I can't get them all in. What am I going to do? I talk too much.
I'm just saying we missed one, but that's okay.
Well, but I don't do I Am, I Said. Yeah. How's it feel? How's it feel to have that thrown back at you?
Well, because earlier when we were talking about the list, you're like, I do all of those songs.
I said I do, and I think Colby can back me up on this. I said I do almost all of those songs.
All right. Well, it was almost
Colby.
Almost all
Colby. I said I do.
I will remain neutral.
Who does Randy think I am? God bless everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching our little Thursday night soiree here. Once again, if you'd like to support it, we would be very grateful for that. And it would be very, very, very particularly helpful in this time as we try to sort of ramp up and do something very special with that property next door. We're just going to put everything into it, all that we've got. And so you can go to www.chriswilson.us and make a donation there by hitting the donate button. There's also some donate links in the various comment threads, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube. I'd also like to thank Stutzman's Guitar Center for always just helping us out and making me sound really good with my instruments. And I want to also thank my friend Jack Donahue for a couple of reasons. One, being very helpful in us being able to put together the deal that made this house thing happen, but also for lending me some fine instruments, including this one that I played tonight. So God bless you all. We'll see you on Sunday. Good night. Thank you, Colby and Karen.